Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm Alex again. So, as I said when I was doing the 2 times chart event, that I was going to give a better overview of my Raid Shadow Legends. So, I'm 59 right now. I've been playing for a while. We could actually check to see how many days I've been playing with the daily login. So, 120. So, I'm at day 117. Almost 4 months now, which I know I am farther back. I know people can get to where I'm at a lot quicker, but I've gone into the game pretty much not knowing anything about it. So I follow a streamer, and he was playing this one day as a sponsored stream, and I'm like, hey, this looks kind of cool. I've always been a sucker for this sort of game where collecting and battling and that sort of thing. And like I said before, this works for me because you can just go in and play, and you can set it to auto, and it plays part of the game for you, which makes it really nice and easy, especially when you can't always pay 100% attention to it. What I want to do here at this point is show you maybe a couple of little mistakes that I made, things that I would do differently. The first thing is when I first started, let's go into champions here. I picked Elaine, I'm not sure how you say her name, and she's worked really well for me. She's actually still my best farming champ for this point, although Knight might be okay, but she has done everything for me at this point in time. I probably would have picked Kayle going back just because he is much more powerful, and that's what everybody suggests. Second item is I didn't really focus on the campaign in the way that I should have. I should have farmed it a lot more when I had the chance. So what I mean by that is I just should have spent more time on it, and I should have used my resources to do that rather than dungeons and that sort of thing, which really didn't give me much at the time. So that would be some of the big stuff that I would suggest. Another thing is I spread out my champions. Like I worked on this one for a while, I worked on that one for a while, where I should have just focused all on her, gotten her as high as possible so that I could farm higher levels. Another thing that I did wrong was these daily rewards, which I've got this one still because I haven't used it yet. Is I just thought, oh, here you go in and you get these at the 60-minute mark you get more, or at the 40-minute mark you get this. No, that's not the case. You actually have to click it to take it. So I missed out on many days worth of rewards, not really realizing that I had to actually click it. And then when I realized that, I kicked myself, and that's like stupid. So another item is I really didn't do the daily quests at first, which I'm doing them all now. They're not hard at all. They take a little bit of time. Sometimes the hardest one that is Classic Arena, because sometimes I'm up in the Classic Arena and I'm just not, I have trouble finding opponents that I can work with. At this point, what I'm doing is basically any of the regular guys, the uncommons, so these gray guys or white guys, whatever they are down here, sometimes I'll level them up, sometimes I don't. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll just feed them into greens if I have enough greens. I just recently got a bunch more, and so that's why you see these guys leveled up. So what I do is just feed them into the greens, get those guys leveled up, and I work on leveling up these guys first, basically skipping out on these guys. So I figured out that it takes me 3 farms of 12-3 to get one of these guys up to 10. So I'm saving, now I can take those 3 runs and give it to somebody else, generally in the green, and they get leveled up. As you can see, I don't really use my elixirs or potions, whatever brews, there we go, very often. I've also got a ton of chickens that I haven't used. So I think I'm decent, I'm doing okay. So this is basically my group, is these 5 right here for dungeons, and then Stag Knight, Athel, Elaine, and Apothecary in the places where I can only use 4. So let's go ahead and take a look at my arena. So right now I am sitting in Arena 2, which is fine. These guys, like, my defense, I keep it low just because I know I can't get higher than 4 at this point in time. I can't. Once I get up into 4, I have a really hard time finding people to fight. So that's the general overview of my account. Now, let's go ahead and look at this. So Clan Boss. So this is my Clan Boss team right here. Same thing I use for dungeons for the most part. As you can see, I'm at 122, and one key for me is going to do about 9 million on hard. My clan, it's a very small one, there's not very many people in it, it's like a starter clan basically. I just haven't moved out of it at this point in time, which I'm starting to think I need to. But what it is applying the poisons. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and go into here, and I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to give you guys a quick overview. Now, Frozen Banshee was absolutely key in doing this, as is Stag Knight, because they just go in and they just destroy. You get the damage down, the defense down, or the armor down, so, and just destroy them, and that's where all the damage comes from. I've also got Elaine and Ethel are both booked up totally. Actually, these guys are all 100% booked. And then I've got the masteries done on almost all of them as well. Farming, I can farm the highest level of the Minotaur dungeon. So, and it stinks right now because right now my poisons aren't really going out like they usually do. Although that might be because this is hard for them people. But as you see, it sounds cutting out. Interesting. As you'll see, just the damages just keep going up. So, and you'll see the poisons, the weakens from Ethel, and then once Stag Knight, there we go, goes the decreased attack and the decreased defense on him. The one thing that I'm looking for at this point in time is I want to replace either probably Elaine with either support, so I can buff up my people. As you see, that the big thing I don't have here is I don't have buffs on my people, except for the speed right now. And I think that's what's hurting me right now, is I don't have anybody that's really great at buffing. I've got Jareg right now, which if you guys think of, or if you guys see something, or if you guys saw something in my champions, and that's going to really help me out to put into this group, go ahead and leave a comment down below, because I'd really appreciate that, just knowing. So I'm going to go ahead and let this play out. I'll show you guys the end screen once it's there. So we're coming towards the end here, which this is strange because Ethel was the first one to go down. Usually it's Apothecary, but he's still doing well. As you see, most of my people are in my steel gear, except for Apothecary. I forget exactly what I've got him in. I think mostly speed at this point in time, just so they can get everything out. But it looks like there's a very slight chance we're going to get up to 10. It depends on if we get some really good hits in here, and those poisons hit, which they should. Yeah. So I think this is probably the highest I've ever gotten on hard mode. I really need to find a new clan. If you guys know of a good clan, let me know. I'd be happy to come in. But we're doing pretty good. 10.2. So that's awesome. So what that really matters is that I'm getting close to the point where I could one key this guy with this team, which is freaking awesome. What I really want is the masteries for the rest of the guys, so that they can get those very high end, like the awesome ones where they just do like those extra hit damages. So that's my clan boss team. A big tip for you guys is make sure you hit all of this, right? Make sure you hit your faction wars. Even if they're the smaller glyphs, they're gonna help you out. So arena, what I'm doing in tag team is this is just, to me, I don't do anything. This is my defense. This is it. I let people beat me up. I don't really care. Even when it's getting up to about 1,000 or so here, we're getting towards the end. The resets in 13 hours, 14 hours, and some of these people I can hit. Some of these people I can't. But see, Kale, if he's level 60, I just avoid it because I know that he's just gonna nuke the hell out of me. And I'll show you my dungeon team real quick. For say spiders and Dragon Slayer, I haven't spent too much time in Ice Golem or Fire Knight. Minotaur is easy. That's just the standard team. Whoever I'm using, they basically can carry each other. Although Stag Knight is huge in there. So out, I can easily beat stage 13. Stage 14 gets a little iffy, but this is my team here, as you can see. And these guys, it's crazy because these guys get through pretty easily. I'll lose maybe 1 in 10 or 15 or so of these guys. I haven't done this in a couple days, and I have done some more masteries on these guys, so it might be even better. But this team's just getting me through. These two for AoE, and these guys are just basically doing support. These guys are all the damage right here. Athelon Elaine. Over in Dragon Slayer. Once again, I probably should try and get higher up here. So stage 16, I've been able to do fairly well with this team. So once again, I probably should try stage 17 at this point, because it's been 4 or 5 days since I've gone around in here. I've been trying to level up some food so I can get higher. The magic keep and all that, like, I do these when I needed to. I haven't needed to for a while, so I don't. And also so I'm gonna go back over to Clan Boss so I can show you guys this. So as I said, we'll only have hard, normal, and easy. I can 2-key the hard to get the best chest. I can 1-key normal to get the best chest. I can basically, over here, I'm doing like 14 million damage. So this is nothing. I'll step in here just so that we can totally take him down and get the double chest for the clan. Alright, and so that's a general review. Hopefully I'll have some more information for you guys as I kind of level up and everything. Right now my dungeons are kind of my focus. I want to get better people there so I can get up higher, get better gear on my people, and keep going higher. Just thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. And like I said, if you guys have any comments, if I'm doing something wrong, if it's just something totally crazy, it's like, dude, why are you doing this? Let me know, because I don't know. I go out and I look for a little bit of information here and there, but I'm not like hardcore, have to find out everything, have to do everything perfectly. I'm kind of at least trying to find my way through. So thank you. Have a good one.